Hello, welcome. I'm STGY Sandhya. In this part of the video lecture, in the course Programming for Problem Solving, we are going to look at jumping statements in C, or otherwise called the unconditional branching statements. So what is that we have in store? Yes, what does jumping statements mean? Jumping statements are the control flow statements that transfer the control to the specified location, maybe in and out of the loop, or to anywhere inside a program. There are three jumping statements provided by C language: break, continue, and go to. They are all unconditional, and without checking any condition, they help the control flow from one part of the program to another part of the program. So first of all, let's go ahead and look at break statement. The break is used inside loops and switch, or else inside nested loops. So this is the basic syntax of break. Inside a loop or a switch statement, whenever you execute break, the control will just come out of that particular loop. So where to use the break and what is more about break? Break is only used inside looping statements, switch, or else inside nested loops. Okay, when used within for, do, while, the control comes out of the current loop. When you are using it inside a nested loop, the control comes out of the innermost loop in which you are using the break statement. But when you use break inside a switch case, upon executing, it gets the control out of switch. Okay, so here we see a simple C program. X is set to 1, so X is less than or equal to 10. We are using a while loop here. Inside a while loop, I'm printing X, so therefore X is 1, so it prints 1. There you have a condition if X is equal to 5. X is not 5, so therefore X plus plus X becomes 2, 3, 4. When X becomes 5, 5 is printed, and then 5 is equal to 5 is checked, so the answer is true. So therefore break is executed. When break is used inside a loop, it gets the control out of the loop. So therefore you will come down here to the next statement, that is statement X, immediately following the loop, and prints end and stop your program. So break, whenever it's executed, gets the control out of the loop. Break is also used inside switch, and it's illegal to use break anywhere else. So let's move ahead and see the next one, that's continue. So what's the job of continue? As the name says, continue is used to skip a current iteration, just skips a current iteration and proceed with the next iteration. So therefore, for that particular condition, whenever continue is true, it just goes again to check the next part of the condition by just skipping the remaining statements after continue. So continue is only and strictly to be used only inside loops. It is illegal to use continue outside loops. Without a loop, you cannot use continue. That throws an error in C. So yes, let's check the output. So for I equal to 1, I less than or equal to 10, I plus plus, I'm checking if x mod 3 is equal to 0. In any case, whenever x mod 3 is 0, we're just continuing and otherwise printing the variable x. So I is 1, 1 mod 3 is not 0, so therefore prints 1. I is 2, prints 2. Now I is 3, 3 mod 3 is 0, which is true, so therefore continue. What does continue mean? At this part of the time, it just, goes ahead and increments I, but do not execute the statements after continue. So therefore, it doesn't print 3, instead prints 4 and 5. Again, 6 is a multiple of 3, so therefore does not print 6, prints 7, 8, skips 9, and then again prints 10. So if you want your program to execute for a large set of values, but skip a few things inside that, then this is the best case. Example, printing multiples of 3, printing multiples of 5, printing multiples of 7, in many more cases like that. Okay, so let's move ahead and see what is goto. Goto is an unconditional jumping statement which is used to move the control from any part of the program to any other part of the program. There's no hard and fast rule as to where should be goto used. Goto can be used inside loops, outside loops, in if else, in a normal, sequential programming, anywhere. No hard and fast rules. There are two types of goto basically. One is forward goto where the label, is after the goto call, and the other one is a backward goto where the label is defined before the goto call itself. So what is the basic syntax of goto? The basic syntax of goto is goto space label name. Label name is the block name to which you want your control to be transferred. So there are two types of goto. One is forward and the other is backward. Let's take up an example and see what is that about goto. So here I have I'm just printing clear screen. Hello, this is a simple Goto program. So therefore this gets printed automatically on the, in the first line. Next, I have a call for Goto 2. 2 is the label name. So now the control transfers to the place where 2 is defined. Because 2 is after the call. This is called as forward go to. So go to 2 is a call, is an example for forward go to. So I got 2, I printed 2. Then immediately after this, the sequential execution begins. So therefore, there's a call for go to 1. Go to 1, the label 1 is defined, before the go to call. So therefore, this makes a backward push, and this is an example for backward go to. You go and print 1. Whenever a label is executed, then the execution becomes sequential. So therefore, it just goes ahead and go to end, comes here, end is printed, you're stopped. So therefore, the output is hello. This is an example go to program 2, 1, and end. Now, why is end here? What is the relevance of end here? Let's try and predict the output. What if end is not there? Dear guys, when end is not there, what happens? You go to 2, print 2, comes back, print 1. If go to end is missing, you come back again, print 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, so on infinitely. So now here is a situation where we got to be cautious. Reasons to avoid go to. Because at times, if we just program like that, go to may end up in infinite loops. So therefore, many other higher languages like Java, etc., do not incorporate go to. So we need to be very cautious whenever we are using go to statement to ensure that it doesn't get into infinite loops. Okay, so next we'll see about exit. Exit is a function that is available in stdlib.h that when executed returns a code to the computer or to the operating system. Exit terminates from the program. The basic execution is any statement block, you just write exit. Here is a simple example. Exit can be no hard and fast rules where exit needs to be used. It can be used inside loops, outside loops, in if else, or in normal programming. Here I have a simple code, start of the program, exiting the program, exit 0, end the program and return 0. So therefore here I got it. This is start of the program and exiting the program, because whenever I pressed exit, the control immediately transfers to the main again. So you're done with the execution, comes to the end of the program. So yes, the next one to look at in this part of the series is return. What is the basic job of return? Return is basically a keyword that's supported by C language, which is used to take off the control or transfer the control or the values back to the calling function. So return finds its existence in most of the times whenever you use functions and recursion. But for a simple example, we just took here, I just wrote a return statement, or this is also equally understood, return 0. It just takes the control back. Okay. So yes, this is return. This is return. The answer is again exiting the program. But the only thing to remember is return is an instructional, instruction of C language that is used to go out from a function call, whereas exit is a call. Exit is a predefined function of C language. Okay, that's the point to be remembered. So before we close, I would recommend you to take a pen and a paper and try to solve these problems on your own. Try to write a program that determines if a number is even or odd using goto. Now, that means you're trying to achieve branching using goto. In the second one, try to display the multiples of 3 and 5, common multiples of 3 and 5 from 1 to 100 using continue. And write a C program to determine if a number is prime or not using break. And write a C program to implement exit inside an infinite loop and return inside an infinite loop. So try doing this on your own and also go through all the important topics that we have discussed. Good day. Thank you.